everyone? It's your boy, Fanthony, back at it again, and welcome back to Cactus Malpractice. And today, I have a very special video for everyone in the Cactus verse out there. I am going to bring to you today Tupperware Music, a field guide. I have been wanting to cover this for quite some time. And for those loyal viewers who's been watching all of my stuff over the years, you might have noticed a pattern. I tend to say the word Tupperware a lot. Tupperware, 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 Tupperware. And today we're gonna really find out why I do. Today what I want to do is I want to give you a description of what Tupperware music is and what it isn't. And that way we can have like a baseline for whenever I bring this up again, we all know what the hell I'm talking about. Do we really need a new subgenre in music? The answer is no. And I'm gonna tell you about one anyway. Oh shit. Okay. Let's kick this class off with a history lesson. In December of 2020, I gave myself a task of making a top 10 video all about the music of They Might Be Giants. In that video, I paraphrased a quote that I once heard in a They Might Be Giants interview. Here is that quote. There are millions of songs out there about love, because that's such a thing that everyone relates to. But it's a lot harder to make a song about Tupperware. And They Might Be Giants tries all the time to make songs about Tupperware. Now, I do believe that statement rings true, but also, funny story, the interview I thought that quote came from, it wasn't in there. And also, I can't find it at all. I watched the documentary again, I watched a slew of different interviews, and I can't find the quote literally anywhere. So I don't know if this was a Mandela effect, I'm just stupid, or I dreamt it up. But I thought for sure it was in that Google interview, and it wasn't. So this whole time I could have just been making a huge mistake. Wouldn't be the first time on this channel. But anyway, the sentiment rings true. It's really hard to make a song about Tupperware, and it takes a very specific mind to come up with that kind of song idea. And through the ashes of that supposed quote, I decided to make this a term that I could use in my top 10 videos and also my Worst I've Never Made videos. A term called Tupperware music. Here is my previous definition of Tupperware music. Tupperware music is music that most people wouldn't write. That is bad. This has no room to stand on. What does that even mean? Okay, let's really break down how poor this definition is. Okay, so when I say an artist, you probably have a good idea of what I mean. You don't even have to give me an exact same song, but you probably already know what a song by this artist is going to sound like. Eminem. I think we all know what an Eminem song is going to sound like. And in that context, that's a unique way that no one else is going to be able to write. An Elton John song sounds different than any other artist. A David Bowie song sounds different than any other artist. Crazy Frog, Limp Bizkit, Beyonce, Taylor Swift, Lady Gaga, doesn't matter. Every artist, any big artist at least, anything that gets radio play, is unique. And that is where this description fails. This tells you nothing about what makes Tupperware music unique at all. It's up to interpretation. Now, I know what this means, but you don't know what that means. And in some way, shape, or form, I don't even know I know what I mean from this description. And that is what we're going to fix today. So let's read that description again. Tupperware music is music that most people wouldn't write. Let's try to define that in better detail. What is the music that people even write? There was a study done by the University of North Carolina to answer this exact same question. Get out of here. Where they were trying to figure out what are the most common themes in all of popular music. And what they decided to do is they went through #1 hits from 1960 to 2009, almost 1,000 songs they went through. And they found out that there were 12 common themes in all of those #1 hits. And we're gonna go through all of them right now. We got loss, desire, aspiration, breakup, pain, inspiration, nostalgia, rebellion, jadedness, desperation, escapism, and confusion. Now you can notice that these 12 themes are very broad. Almost every love song can fall into desire, but desire could fit a whole bunch of categories. A lot of punk songs could fall in rebellion, Christmas songs can fall into nostalgia, Christian songs can fall into inspiration. There's a whole bunch that can fit into these categories, but they all make sense. These are all distinct parts of the human condition. Most people can relate to what's going on here. You don't see a curveball in one of these, like clowns or pickup trucks. They're very broad emotions and experiences that almost everyone can relate to. That's one of the things about Tupperware music. It's unrelatable most of the time. So we can try to figure out from this how we want to shape our new definition of Tupperware music. Now let's take a look at this new definition I have created. Tupperware music is a celebration of the mundane or the never before. This is what Tupperware music is. Because there are plenty of themes out there that you just saw about aspiration, jadedness, loss. The fact that we don't have stuff about the mundane, about the uninteresting, that is a key to what this music should be about. Making an uninteresting thing interesting. That sounds like Tupperware music to me. But we have another caveat. It's not just the mundane. It's not just about that. It is also the never before. We celebrate people doing things that no one else has done. Concepts that are different, wildly different to the modern day culture. And we need to celebrate that. And that's also an aspect of Tupperware music. It's both, but not the same. Now that we have this definition, we can start forging out exactly what the identity of Tupperware music is going to be. We're going to start first with the mundane. Weird Al has a bunch of songs that follow this description. He has a song about pancreases. He has a song about Craigslist. He has a song about getting stuck inside of a drive-thru all night. They're really hard to write songs about. And the fact that he was able to do it and continues to do it is amazing. Absolutely stunning. But Weird Al also has things that are not in the mundane, that fit the never before. Because Weird Al has a song all about stomping weasels to death. A national holiday where you kill weasels by stomping on them. That is 100% an original idea that Weird Al had. It's never been done before, and to my knowledge, it hasn't been done since. And that's why that song also fits the criteria of Tupperware music. I really hope this makes sense. Now, why I think that description is a lot better, it would be a disservice if I didn't give any more parameters besides that, because I really want to try to really define how Tupperware music should sound like. So, first parameter here is the song should elicit this question. Why would you make a song about this? Kind of a weird first one, but yes, I think that fits very well. There's been plenty of times that I've been on my show, Worst Album Ever Made, and I have asked that question plenty of times. Imagine going to a live show from any person, let's say like it's a death metal band, and then they had a song that played and it was all about frozen yogurts and wearing top hats while eating frozen yogurt. That would make you ask that question. There are plenty of songs that don't fit those themes that could fit that description, but they would never elicit this question. Educational songs, for instance. There are plenty of songs out there to teach kids about the concepts of math, science, geology. There's plenty of them. Because they exist, they won't make you ask this question. Next one is very important. Not every Tupperware song has to not follow the 12 key themes, but it does help. Let's go into that now. Alright, now let's talk more about that second parameter in detail. These right here are the 12-key song themes again, and I also have with me Ween's Chocolate and Cheese. Ween, I think, are Tupperware artists through and through. They're very creative, and they always hit the never-done-before aspect of Tupperware music. Now, the album Chocolate and Cheese is a wild album with a whole bunch of unique song ideas, but they can technically fit into the 12-key song themes wheelhouse. And let me go into that. So the first song is Take Me Away. That's a very straightforward breakup song. She took my love away. She took it to another man. But the second one is Spinal Meningitis Got Me Down, which is a pain song. It's about a child experiencing the pain of spinal meningitis. And it's a haunting song, it's a scary song, and kind of funky with the chorus. It's all over the place. Now that song technically is a pain theme, but with the topic of spinal meningitis, it's also a Tupperware song, because no other song is going to talk about spinal meningitis like that. Another song I want to talk about before we move on to the next parameter is the song I Want a Short, Squat, Big Fat Papa from Alabama native Paula Watson. Paula, what she wants is a very short, big fat man that she wants to love. She wants a 4-foot-tall man, in her words, the size of a moving van.
I like to feel just like a moving van, 'cause when I want some love, I need a whole lot of man.
There's no song, to my knowledge, about I want to freak the Danny DeVito looking goblin.
I like them big and fat, that heavy stuff. A papa who can make me holler, oh, that's enough.
Go for it, Paula, go for it. You know what you like. And the thing is, it's a Tupperware song through and through because no one else has songs like this. And I think it's really great, even though that song is about desire. I hope that made sense because I'm moving on. Next parameter. Some songs have the ability to untupper over time. The reason I even thought about this is Paula Watson. Paula Watson has a unique song about wanting to bang a big, short, fat guy. And if suddenly every song is about wanting to bang short, fat guys, it's no longer a unique song. Instead, Paula would just be a trailblazer who just did it before everyone else. But that doesn't make her a Tupperware artist in that moment. So that's why I had to add that to the plate. And the final parameter I have here is the more specific, the better. If you go into really good detail of your subject matter, I think that adds way more merit to your Tupperware music suggestion here. Someone goes into great lengths to go wild and crazy, use big nouns to really describe your mundane thing. I think that's fantastic. Use some wild words that no one else uses. Go crazy. The more specific into the mundane thing or the thing that's never been done before, the better. And I think you would have an excellent Tupperware song on your hands. So, now that I have described what Tupperware music is, it's now time to talk about some viewer suggestions. Okay, so thank you for everyone who suggested songs for me to take a look at to see if it fits the description. Not everyone was featured, but thank you for everyone who sent those suggestions, and thank you to everybody who voted for this topic for this month's video. So we have Norbik Sek, who suggested the music of Aesop Rock, and fantastic suggestion. They suggested a whole bunch of songs, but I think the song Friar Starter is a good one to highlight, which is about Aesop's favorite donut place called Bob's Donuts, And in that song is a lot of fun wordplay about like how the donuts are made and the ingredients and weaving that throughout the song.
Oil too, not for scarping. But CC's a Japanese innovation. I screech in a free parking.
Bagman 444 had a whole bunch of different songs that he suggested, who thought Tupperware music was a little bit different. He thought Tupperware is music that has like a plasticky, artificial sound. And from the name, makes a bunch of sense. Bagman did suggest something that fits perfectly here, and that is the terrifying song by BBI, and that's Dating a Fly. In the song, BBI describes that their partner is a fly, a terrible little guy who is just awful all around. BBI says that, well, I'm attracting this fly. And you know what flies are attracted to? Shit. Dog shit is how she describes it. She said, I must be terrible if this is the type of man that is attracted to me. It is such a sad, bleak little song. It fits right in with the Tupperware style. Several years ago when I developed this concept, a viewer named Rebecca gave me a whole playlist full of songs. In that playlist is exactly what I was looking for. Plenty of songs fit that description, and I want to highlight a couple of them. One of them is a song called Flavor Town by Betty Goop. Great song, all about wanting to have sex with Guy Fieri. Filled with a whole bunch of sex jokes that involve food.
Hey buddy, I'm Guy Fieri. Welcome to Flavor Town.
Another song in the realm of food is Drink It Up by Negative Land.
Smart drinks lead me to forget, and Coke won't get me high.
All about wordplay with different drinks, and also kind of a commentary on the kind of ways that companies manipulate you into buying their product to the point where it's just absolute lunacy.
I'll sit right down and fill my cup with Pepsi. Drink it up.
Fun song as well. Vap Zero, or Vapo, suggested a bunch of songs from XTC. There is a whole bunch for me to pick from, and I, of course, chose the one about a man who was madly in love with the Statue of Liberty, who wanted to bang her.
Oh, my Statue of Liberty.
Which that would be kind of hard. She's a huge green statue. Pretty great idea for a Tupperware song. And finally, Chrono Alexis 8272 suggested Mucka Ferguson's song about the dictionary, which is simply telling people how to use the dictionary.
Dictionary, 'cause I couldn't understand.
And how it's really good at looking up specific words that people made fun of you with. In the description below, you will find a playlist that's filled with songs that I deem to be Tupperware songs. And it will also feature a bunch more suggestions that viewers like you have given me that fit that style. So you can look at that down below to continue your search into the realm of Tupperware. And yes, that was Tupperware Music, a Field Guide. I hope you enjoyed your time here, and maybe you learned something along the way. Tupperware music, I'm still going to be referring to this in my videos, so look out for more Tupperware music if I find it. Anywho, that's been my video, everybody. And now, if you excuse me, I have a wheel to spin.
Go.
Time to spin the wheel of Wayne. Holy shit! It finally did Limp Bizkit! It finally did it! I've been trying to do that for 2 fucking years!
I love Limp Bizkit.
Fuck yeah! The
nookie.
Okay, the next video is gonna be about fucking Limp Bizkit. Results may vary. The second worst thing on Metacritic.
Oh no, don't grab them.
Oh, crap!
The cramp. Okay. All right, cut it out.